So a few years ago, I did a $1 thrift challenge where I took a single dollar and then I flipped it into $1,000 only by buying things from thrift stores and then reselling it online. So we are bringing back a thrift challenge today. I'm going to start with $5 and turn it into $10,000 only by thrifting. So I decided to go with $5 because prices have changed. I could take that $1 and go to the Goodwill outlet, but not all of you guys have a Goodwill bins near you. So I thought $5, that should make this attainable for anyone trying to do a challenge like this. I'm taking that $5 to my local Goodwill today, and I am going to find something that I can flip online. I'm gonna put it on eBay, Poshmark, all the things, and then hopefully we'll sell it quickly, and then we'll take that money and keep on snowballing it until we hit $10,000. And then that $10,000 I'm going to use to renovate, to decorate, to work on our future home, because we are moving to the Detroit area very soon. I want to have a little bit of pocket change that I can use to make our new house a home. So if that sounds good, make sure you're subscribed. You don't want to miss a single episode of this series. But with no further ado, let's head to Goodwill. So I walked in and there was a new rack over here, and I recognized that little square right away. It's a Vuori piece, which I'm like, okay, let's see how much this costs. Usually tops at my Goodwills are around $4.99. So if that is under my $5 budget, then I think that is probably going to be what we bring home with us. And so yes, I decided this is the piece. The first piece in the $5 thrift challenge, what's going to start it all, is this Vuori Halo crew neck. It's a pullover from Vuori. This retails for around, I think, $100. But when I was looking at the comps, I think that this can resell for between $30 and $50. So I'm going to put it up for $50 and see what I can get for it. It says it's $4.99. But I do have a 10% off discount, so it's gonna be $4.50. And so we're gonna take our budget from $5 to 50 cents right now, and this will be the first piece, and hopefully it sells quickly. Okay, so I am getting ready to head into the thrift store because with our $5 thrift challenge, we have officially sold our first item. So I picked up that Vuori sweatshirt, and it sold in one day on Poshmark. It sold at $35, okay? So we started this challenge with $5. We spent $4.50 on that sweatshirt, and then it sold for $35. After Poshmark takes its fees, that gives us $28. That's going back into the bank, okay? So we had 50 cents left over from the very beginning. So we have $28.50 right now in our $5 thrift challenge series. So I have that much to spend. I'm going to take that into the thrift store with me right now, and we're going to spend it. I am going to pick up, hopefully for $28, I can get at least, I'm hoping for at least 3 or 4 things. Each one I'm hoping to sell for around $50. So we're going to try to multiply this amount pretty quickly. So we're going to head in, we're going to see what we can find, and I'll take you guys with me, obviously, and then let's meet back and see what I grabbed, and hopefully they will sell quickly so we can keep on multiplying this $5 thrift challenge and see how high we can go. Sounds good? Let's head in. Okay, so I made it to the dress section, and I'm looking again for things that are that new tag, but this is something I'm very excited about. So this is a huge tag, and it's really nicely put on here. It's sewed on really nice. So I was like, okay, that's a good sign. Should look it up. And it is a really cute little ruffle down the front. These have like these individually sewn on little like clasps. But this is a great find. I think this is also sold at Revolve, but there are none listed on eBay. All are sold. So over 100% sell-through rate. That's very exciting. But also a lot of the comps look like between 60 to 120. So that's definitely something I'm going to grab, and it's gonna come home with me. I haven't looked up this recently, so I need to look it up, make sure it's still worth grabbing today. But I found this little wrap style Diane von Furstenberg dress. It's a size 12, which is awesome. And then for Diane von Furstenberg, if you look on the inside, there's always tags here, and it'll tell you the style name too. But this is the new Genie 2 dress, which is sold before for me for like over $100. So I want to look and see if it's still selling for that much. This was a really sought after style at one point, but it's been a few years since I found this style, so I'll make sure it's worth picking up, but I'm assuming that's a grab. And then I am fairly confident, is this not the style dress that Taylor Swift just got engaged in? I have to make sure. I think that was Ralph Lauren, but it's very similar vibes to that. And this is the tag on the inside of this at the top has been cut out. So I went down to the bottom and it said made in India. So I got curious, but this is J. Crew. It's 100% Rainy, but it's from summer 2025. So it's literally like brand new. I thought that was a cute piece, like very reminiscent of the Taylor Swift engagement dress. So I thought that'd be cute to at least look up. And those are just some of them. Like there's more dresses over there.
Molly, to the front, please. Your ride is here.
I found so many good dresses. It's been a great time in the thrift store so far. So I'm feeling pretty good about this piece. This new rack just rolled out and I went over and was looking through it. I am shocked that I found this. I feel like the grungy boys always get to these things before me. But look at this amazing vintage Nike color block windbreaker. Super cool. And then it's got the embroidered Nike on the back. This is insane. It's pretty epic. It's $9.99, size extra large, a vintage tag. Super cool. Like I hardly ever find things like this. And so I feel like that is such a win for $9. It's kind of a big chunk of our budget, but I think that we've got to get it, right? I would assume it can sell for at least $60. So that's $10 of our budget. So we had $28.50, so we only have $18.50 left. I don't know. I'm going to try to find at least 2 other things. This is a little bit more expensive than I was wanting to spend, but I think it's totally worth it. Okay, so we made it back from the thrift store, and I narrowed down what I was going to purchase to these 3 items, and I'm really hoping that they were good picks. You guys will have to let me know if you agree with what I chose down below. The first piece is that dress that I found that had a really good sell-through rate. I've never tried selling this brand before, and that's why it's sort of a risk for me, but I do think it's a super cute style. I tied the belt. I tried to figure this whole thing out. It's a little mini dress. It has that ruffle down the front, and this is the tag on it, Lay Super Bee. It should do well. It looks like it's very expensive brand, should resell for good money. So for the 3 pieces I picked up, I spent $23.40. I was playing a pretty risky game. I only have $5.10 left in the bank. So I spent that $23.40, $5.10 left. So I am gonna wait to go thrifting until I sell at least one of these pieces to keep on flipping. But I feel like we're sitting in a good spot. Now that I'm staring at the tag, it might be Lay Superb. I'm not sure. Either way, I think it'll be okay. But I do think that the comps look pretty promising. I think for $7.99, we should be able to sell this for hopefully around $70. That's where I'm gonna hope that we land with it, but I'm also gonna price it competitively so that we can move it quickly, because that's what this challenge is all about. And then I talked about this dress also while I was in the Goodwill for a little bit. This is such an exciting find. This Diane von Furstenberg wrap dress. I have sold the same dress couple times now, but I haven't found this in years. This is a size 12 from Diane von Furstenberg, and it is the new Genie 2 style, which is one of their really popular styles. From looking at comps, I think this should be able to resell between $70 and $90, and it was only $7.99. So I'm gonna be able to 10x our money on this piece as well. So that's awesome. We started with $5, and we're already hopefully going to be making a couple $100 just off those 2 pieces. And the very last piece I picked up is this super cool vintage Nike windbreaker. You guys saw, I found this and I was like, that's really neat. The last time I had a really unique kind of windbreaker from Nike, it sold really fast for me, and I think it sold for $100 or $200. It was somewhere in the $100 to $200 range. And so for a really sweet, like 90s color block jacket, that I'm assuming should resell for hopefully at least $100. That would be amazing. It's in a size extra large. It is nylon, and it's pretty cool, like pretty freaking sweet right there. It does have this kind of like ink mark right here, but when it's something vintage like this, you kind of expect there to be something wrong with it, but it doesn't bleed through to the other side, so it's just on the interior, so I think we'll be okay. And this was $9.99. So with my 10% off, I only paid $9 for the jacket, but hopefully if we sell that for around $100, I would be so jazzed. So yeah, those are the 3 pieces that I used our money for. We have $5.10 left in the bank, but I'm hoping to bring that amount up here real soon so that we can keep on multiplying that $5 initial investment. So yeah. So I'm gonna go get these pieces pictured, I'm gonna list them, I'm gonna hopefully sell them at a competitive rate, and then I'll see you guys again in episode 2 when something sells and we'll go thrifting again. So make sure you're subscribed so you don't miss any videos in this thrift challenge series. And if you guys have any suggestions of anything you'd like to see me do as part of this challenge, then leave those in the comments below. But thank you guys so much for watching. I hope you guys are having an amazing day. I hope you have an amazing rest of your day. And until the next video, bye.